welcome in. I am Julie Maxon, the main stamper, and I am perpetually late. Today is February 3rd. It is 8:13 as I begin this lovely online card class for you, which was supposed to begin at 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. So we are a little bit late as per usual, so it may take you a minute to find me here on Facebook in case you were checking out my page at 8 o'clock and you could not find me. I definitely need to make some adjustments to my schedule. Hi Jess, I'm glad that you found me. Thank you for saying hello. So we are going to be working on the Meant to Be bundle by Stampin' Up. Now what's really fun about this Meant to Be, first of all, I want to tell you that it's not in the annual catalog, and it's not in the mini catalog either, in case you've been looking for it. It is an online exclusive. Actually, it's in the scrapbooking brochure, which I think I have a copy of right here. So we may review this. The scrapbooking brochure has some different products in it. I'm going to slide that over there. Hi Lois, good to see you. Lois already shared a really sweet idea with the Meant to Be bundle. There are so many ways that you can use this one, so I'm really kind of excited about showing this to you. I had a lot of fun. Hi Amy, I just made it too. I was running late today. I know you had a crazy schedule today. Mine was a little bit as well. So we are here today for the Meant to Be. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate your time. Make sure you're saying hi as you jump on. I love to know who's hanging out with me in the craft room. Meant to Be bundle is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be all bee themed in a way, and actually it is. I have to get over to my workspace because there's a lot that I want to share with you. So let me pop over there. I'm going to encourage you to please continue to say hi as you jump on, and we're going to go over this whole Meant to Be class. All right, so let's get going, because again, I am a little late. Sorry I'm late. I'm always late. I'm always apologizing. I'm saying so sorry. All right, let's start with the Meant to Be card class. With your order of $45 this week, you're getting the 4 card kits, and we have really cute card kits. We have one that has lots of green in it, maybe not quite so much of a bee color. Here's some yellows, and you might see a little bit of blue. Here's some blue and gray. You may be wondering what we're doing with that one. And then purples. So these are your bee cards. Now I'd like to point out right now, before we go any further, if you're thinking this is going to be all about the Meant to Be bundle with the really, really cute designer series paper that kind of coordinates with it. This paper is called Cute as Can Be. So you can see here some of the purples, some of the little bumblebees and things as I flip through these. And this is also available from the scrapbooking brochure. So if you're thinking that the whole class is going to be just about this really cute paper and the bundle, which, you know, a lot of people are working with right now. You might see a lot of samples out there. They're really sweet. I like to mix things up. I like to change things up. I like to do the unexpected. And that's a cute pattern. I don't know if I really paid attention to some of this paper. So there's lots of little bees in here. Oh, look at the cute little honeycomb pattern on the back of those. I didn't even flip all these over. I highly encourage you to check out the online store. There is so much more in the online store than there is in catalogs. Here's some really cute hearts. So while I have one card that uses this cute paper, which is very Valentine-y and springy, and it's right here. I do the rest of my cards are going to be very, very different. I'm going to use some different products as well. So the Meant to Be card class is going to come to you for these are this. God, there's a lot of stuff in these cards. 4 card kits with your $45 order. A $55 order, it's going to get you the card kits and the embellishment. This week I'm sending you Tiny Bee Trinkets. So these are super tiny little bee trinkets. They are not adhesive back, but a little bit of glue is going to be super easy to get these on. I'm going to show you how. I'm using these on every one of my cards tonight. So there's your free embellishment with 55, and then you're getting your emailed recipes. My host code this week is BJS4EY3W. Offers good to end of day Friday, and that is our little bee class. If you bump your order to 60, you're going to pick something up from Celebration, and I want to share the buzz with you in case you are here. Hi Sandra Johnson, hi Patty, hi Kathy. So good to see my friends here. The buzz this week is that there's going to be more Celebration items released tomorrow morning. So if you're shopping tomorrow morning and you're paying, you're purchasing more than $60, in case you're not interested in any of these sweet items, some of these are for $120. Maybe you have them all, maybe you're looking for something different. Stampin' Up! Is dropping a whole new selection of Celebration items for us tomorrow. Now I don't know what they're going to be. but definitely I'm excited to check them out. So make sure you're checking out Celebration tomorrow just to see what is new. So this was the scrapbooking brochure from January of 2025. I printed this off. So there's a lot of other things in here that may be of interest to you. I'm going to say B a lot today. So every time I say B, I want you to buzz me. Here's the Meant to Be bundle, and here's that really cute as can be designer series paper. You can get some cute stickers. You can get 12 by 12 coordinating card stock as well. So anyway, this is where this comes from, in case you're like, where did this little bee come from? Oh my gosh, he's so cute. All right, so here we go. Hi, Lynn. It's good to see you here. Okay, so we're just getting going here on this beautiful card class. I'm so excited about it. Here's the Meant to Be stamp set. And these are the dies, and I've been playing with the dies. So some of mine are all over the place. I did try very hard to Hi, Kathy, you're so fun. Yeah, you're going to be buzzing. You're going to be buzzing with me all night tonight. The Meant to Be is photopolymer, and there's 2 little bumblebees in here. And then there's Sentiments, Love This Life. Cute as Can Be, with a B-E-E, and we are meant to be, again, with the B. So some bee puns. We have some cute little bee faces. We've got antennas, we've got some flowers, we got a teeny little heart. I love the dotted line is, I think, one of my favorite things from the stamp set itself. And then the coordinating dies. This is what is so fabulous about the coordinating dies. They have nesting, wow, my gosh, what are these called? These are six-sided hexagons. Six-sided dies would be called hexagons, in case you're playing along at home. Hexagons. Now there are some word dies in here, and these are going to say Our Hive. O-U-R, I think it's O-U-R. I looked at this earlier. Yes, Our Hive. So you've got the detailed words, and then you've got the the big around bubble words, right? I'm thinking this is part of a wing, but if anyone knows for sure, please let me know. I think this would be something if you wanted to add in maybe a center of the wing. So you've got wings that are a little bit different for your bumblebees. You've got 2 bumblebee bodies, so you can see them right here. 2 sets of antennas, lots of little flowers, a big open flower, and then the big open heart. Now those are the dies, and I'm going to tell you, I'm so excited about the nesting dies because I always am. But let's look a little bit quickly back in time to Bee My Valentine. So hopefully you can see the differences here. So Bee My Valentine came out last year. It was in the spring mini. There are different sentiments. There's a single bee here. There are flower stems, and this is important. Flower stems. I want you to notice that this new set has no flower stems, just a flower, okay? And then there's a couple little flowers here. I love this little beehive piece that's a stamp. There's nothing like that here or in the dies. So they really do. So you're thinking maybe you only need one. I'm thinking maybe you're going to rethink this. We've got different sentiments in here. And this one came with a punch originally. So it's you can still buy the stamp set and the punch separately. So you can see here the punch has the bumblebee body, the heart. Actually, there's like 2 hearts, which are actually the wings and the antenna. So you can, I'm going to flip this over, but it's going to be really hard to see, but there are 2 hearts there in case you still need something Valentine-y, right? So this is the Bee My Valentine stamp set and the Bee Builder Punch still available. This is the current offer that is as a bundle, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, I gotta find my little papers here, about what are these bees about? So first of all, bee sizes. Let's talk about bee sizes, because you may be wondering, maybe you're wondering, there's a bee body here and there's 2 over here. What is the grand difference? I'm going to show you what the grand difference is right here. This is your bee size chart, in case you were wondering. This little bee and this big bee are in Meant to Be. Okay, so the little bee and the big bee, the medium-sized bee, so you can see there's definitely 3 different sizes here. Medium-sized bee is in Bee My Valentine. So this is the punch, these are dies. Okay, so those are your bees. There's a few different faces here. They're super cute, right? Another difference is the little line, the little dotted buzz line, right? So this one right here, which I think probably goes this way. We'll go this way. This one on the bottom comes from Bee My Valentine, and this one on the top comes from Love This Life. So you can see that we have 2 different buzz lines here, which I think are super cute. So the original has 1 loop, and then the new set has 2 loops. So there's the difference in those. And then I want to show you that combining both stamp sets is your best value because you're getting those stems. You get 2 stems in the original set. So you can stamp your stems and your leaves. And then you're getting the 2 little, so the pink flowers right here are from Bee My Valentine. And the purple flower is from Meant to Be. So you can combine them. If you have both of them, you can combine them and you can make lots of flowers, lots of lines, 3 different size bees. And then you've got the hexagon dies, you've got the punch. So it really is awesome. And I want to point out that these little wings that are in the die set are totally different from the heart surround that's in the punch builder. So it's really, I was fascinated by trying to check out all the differences and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys are enjoying that too. That's just kind of a little look at the bundles in case you were wondering, what is this all about, right? So Bee My Valentine Meant to Be. We're focusing on the Meant to Be tonight for the most part. I'm gonna say for the most part. And let's get going on our cards because I've already held you up so long, my goodness sakes. So we're gonna just bring out everything from our first card kit. Now your card bases will come to you unscored. You'll have to score them in half. We're getting Old Olive. I'm gonna set aside all the good stuff that I have over here. So we have our Old Olive base. You're getting an embossed piece of white. This is the Eyelet 3D embossing folder. You're getting whole bunch of Old Olive, lots of white, and then some gorgeous designer series papers. I am loving these papers. Now this one is the Serene Love DSP. Really fantastic. So if I flip these over, you're going to see the same 4 designs because I'm giving you front and back of 2 pieces, right? So front and back so that we can use them all, and then front and back of this polka dot one, just like that. So sweet. All right, so this is what comes in your kit. Then we have to do a lot of really fun things to create our cards. Let me show you our first card here. So this one is pretty much a bumblebee-less card because we're just taking advantage of the sentiment, love this life. We're using the little dotted bee lines as our stems because this stamp set doesn't have stems. If you remember, it was in the other stamp set that I just shared with you. And then we are using the flower and the heart from here to create our cute little flowers on this card. And then we have the little bee trinkets on here as our bumblebee options. So this is a really fun one. We're just going to kind of tiptoe into the bees today. And let's get going on our card kit. So I'm going to share with you how to put this together. I'm going to give you the bones of the card kit first in case you're not interested in bees and you'd still like to place an order with me this week and get celebration and all that good stuff. But you're like, I would like to do something besides bumblebees, Julie. And I understand that. Sometimes, different things work for different people. So I try to make my card kits so universal that you could pop on just about anything you wanted to and have a wonderful card making experience. So we're going to take our designer series paper, and this is our first decisions of the day, right? Because we're going to decide, and I'm going to kind of probably line these back up again. I felt like the darker colors are heavier colors as you look at them, and they looked a little bit better toward the bottom. Although I may play a bit here and do something a little different because I do like to change it up a little bit. So you're getting these 4 strips. Now, if you wanted to, you could do, you could do 2 polka dots. Maybe you're a polka dot person and you want to just I want more polka dots. So you have the option to flip these over. Oh, look at this. Matchy matchy. I feel like I'm playing a game with my grandsons. So here's 2 matches and here's 2 matches, right? So you can decide how you want to do these. Maybe I want to do matching. I kind of like that all of a sudden. All right, my glue's been sitting here uncapped for a bit, so we may be in trouble. I'm going to go ahead and try this out. So I'm sorry, stripes. I do love the stripes. But we're going to just go ahead and glue this down. And I'm going to leave maybe about 1/4 of an inch of my embossed piece showing on the bottom. So just kind of a peek through there. And the same thing here at the top. So it's going to be the matchy matchy card. I had no idea, you guys, I was going to do this right out of the gate. I did not plan on flipping anything, making any changes. I thought, nope, I'm just going to do this class and we're going to just kind of continue on in the night. That's really pretty. Oh, this paper is so gorgeous. If you guys haven't seen this, you have to check it out. Besides the great Old Olives, which I'm using today, they have some beautiful blues like Night of Navy and some really great patterns. It's really fantastic. This paper is actually really growing on me quite a bit. So this was a color refresh or color makeover. They had some designer series paper that they brought back from days of ye olden times, and they changed up the colors. So here is the base of your card, right? The bones of your card kit. So you've got some great things here that you could design with. You've got more paper here, and we're going to talk about what we're doing with these. Now, the hexagon dies are what we're doing first. So as we grab our dies, I'm pretty sure I used, so you got one, all right, one, I'm holding two in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's all of them, unless I've lost some. But I believe there's 5. Now the biggest one right here is going to come on to, oh, I shouldn't say the biggest one. This is number 2 from the largest, right? So you're going to use this to die cut your paper, and then you're going to take the next one down, because we're kind of doing the nesting thing here on our card. And we're going to take the white paper that I'm sending to you. So you're going to create these 2 die cuts, and you're going to get these hexagon shapes, which we're going to use for our card, just like in the original. I want to point out, and this is the really fun part about these dies, they actually cut a frame and the background piece at the same time. So this is what cuts out. So when it comes out of this die right here, this thin little edge cuts a frame, and then you can choose to use the frame or not. Now on this card, because this is so big, it really does fit side to side. It's 4 1/4 inches wide. So I didn't use the frame on this one because it would really fall off. So save your frames. We're going to be using some of them in our cards today. But I wanted to share with you that when you cut the hexagon dies, you get more than a hexagon. You get a frame and a hexagon, and that is a great thing, right? So we've got our little pieces here. We're going to do some stamping, and then on this piece right here, let's talk about what colors we're using for ink. Old Olive. We have Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, and Crushed Curry. Now the reason I chose Crushed Curry, this might be a kind of an odd, like, why would you use such a dark yellow with these cute little flowers? Now at home, you can choose whichever flower color inks you love, right? You can make them all purple if you wanted to. You can make them all pink. But this one reminded me the most of a bumblebee, so I wanted to add in just that hint of bumblebee color, even though we don't have a bumblebee in this card necessarily. All right, so I'm going to bring in a scrap paper. We're going to do some stamping. So on this white hexagon that we've already die cut, and this strip right here, this strip of white that comes in your card kit, we're going to get out the Old Olive first. And we're going to look for some things that we could stamp, like Love This Life. So here we go. We've got Old Olive ink. This is just going to come on here. Oh, right about here is good. We're going to cut the end of this just a little bit. Peel that off there. Love This Life. And I love this font. It's a really solid, like, it's like a first grade read font, right? It's just really cool. All right, let me move that aside. We're going to bring in our little bee-worthy little, what do we want to call these, right? These little lines that the bees are making. So we're just going to have fun with this. We're going to get 4 of these on here, and I'm just going to kind of stagger the sizes of them. These are my flower stems, and I'm going to flip them up and down a little bit as well, so like they don't look matchy-matchy, although I don't think I did it on that one. I meant to, but I didn't. Let's see. We'll go this way maybe. No, they all look the same right now to me. That is so funny, because earlier they did not look the same, and I thought, wow, I am so clever, but now I'm thinking maybe I'm not quite as clever as I thought I was. All right, so we're going to get this, we're going to sneak this last one in here. This one can be a little bit shorter. All right, so here's our flower stems. They are done in Old Olive and looking really sweet, I have to say. I need to clean this off real quick because we're going to be using this one again. This one is an awesome, cute little way to use that. All right, let me just, my computer's doing oddball things here, so I'm going to make sure everything looks good over here. And oh, Corey says, thank you for the comparison of the 3 bees. Yes, absolutely. Because Corey, that was the one thing that I was super curious about was, are they the same size? I really thought that maybe the old set and the new set had a similar sized bee in it, and I was very happy that actually they did not have let's see. Sorry, I'm thinking and doing things at the same time, talking. I'm glad that they had 3 different size bees. So on this white scrap that I'm sending you, I am going to have you, if you so desire, to make your card just like mine, die cut or stamp and die cut 2 of the bigger leaves, these are flowers, Julie, and then 2 of the hearts. So we're using 2 hearts, 2 flowers. So you would be die cutting on this piece of white that comes in your card kit. Okay, and then we're going to stamp them. So we're going to make them some pretty colors. Now, of course, the hearts are going to be pink, pretty and pink to be exact. I just have to find all of my lovely stamps. I have die cut them. I'm going to stamp them right over top of my die cuts. And we're going to pop these onto our card with dimensional. So there's my 2 little hearts. Aren't those so cute? And again, you can make your flowers in whatever colors you like. I'm going to do 1 in petunia and 1 in crushed curry. And I'm playing a very dangerous game right now. I don't know if you can see where I'm at, but I have 2 ink pads open on my surface. And we're going to try our best to line up these cute little flowers. I just got to turn them to where I think we have the right petal formation. And after you've die cut and stamped these once or twice, you kind of know like, oh, there's almost like a double petal here, which makes it easy to figure out how to line them up. There we go. That one's got like a little bit of a break in it, but that's okay. I lined it up right at least. All right, we're going to just make sure my cleaner here. All right, we're going right into the next one, and I'm going to turn it that way, get my little flower petals lined up one more time, and there we go. Look at how cute, right? So when you know that it works, you know that it works. Just going with that. All right, so we've got some pretty little flowers, and I think that the hearts as flowers is adorable. Now, there is a really obvious center here in these flowers. You can see the big white. Hopefully you can see the big white on my work surface right in the middle. It looks like about the size of a pencil eraser, really. So, and I have used the end of a pencil eraser before as a stamp, but this time Stampin' Up! Is giving us a tiny little center. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but I used Pretty in Pink. I used Pretty in Pink. There's a teeny tiny little round circle stamp. So I'm just going to hit the center of these with my Pretty in Pink. Of course, if you're playing with these at home and you want to try different colors, you can. I just wanted to keep it so that we weren't using too many colors, so that I didn't send you a recipe that was like 3 pages long, because there were so many things that you would want to use. Okay, so now we're going to just go ahead and finish putting this together. Pretty sure I have ink on my fingers. That's dangerous. Okay, we're going to glue our hexagons together. Get my glue bottle unstuck here for a second. And here we go. We've got just those great nested hexagons. Now there's a bigger nesting size here because they do have that little part that cuts away. We're going to pop these on to our card here with some dimensionals. And then we are going to get our flowers on there, and then I'm going to ask you which version you like best, because I did make a couple of changes there on my designer series paper, and I'm already thinking that I love the new version because I just like that the flower pattern on the top and the bottom of this card. All right, so we just need to make sure we're putting this on here the right way. Now, as mentioned, the sides of this are going to pretty much fill up the sides of your A2 size card, so just pay attention to that. And then up and down center it, or put it however you like, just like that. So the little polka dot paper is just peeking out a little bit. And now we're going to pop on these cute little, I could turn these over, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we've got those guys turned over. I'm going to put a big dimensional on, a regular size I should say, right, on my flowers. And then on the little hearts, because they're smaller, I'm just going to use a mini dimensional. It just makes life easy. Okay, so now we get to put the flowers on. This is like, I think this is the most fun part of this card, because you get to decide where you want them to go, what little angle maybe you want them to be at as well. Here's the sky. I'm kind of doing the same that I did before because I just thought it worked out really cutely. And if you wanted to, you could use all big flowers. You could use all hearts for a Valentine's Day card. That would be really cute too, right? Just all pink and pretty. There we go. Our guys are going on there just like that. How cute. It's looking so cute. All right, we're going to bring in our sentiment that we stamped earlier. And I'm just going to angle cut, just for interest. I'm going to angle cut like just like so. So it's got a little bit of an angle there. Oh, I just put my dimensionals back, and I should not have, because this also is getting popped up. I use quite a few dimensionals with this card class. I go through weeks where I use a lot. I go through weeks where I don't use very much at all. And I know that it's fun to have that mix and match. Probably you guys are at home doing the same thing, right? You're like, maybe yes, maybe no. Now this helps to break up. So you can see the lines look really obvious here, but once you put this right across here, it really helps to break up those dotted lines. So it doesn't look quite as, maybe you're not questioning it as much as like, why are those stems dotted lines? They are like, they should be full lines. All right, we're gonna bring in our little trinkets. These little bee trinkets, as mentioned, are not self-adhesives. They're tiny also, by the way. I'm gonna just put a little bit like a dot of glue right here, if my glue bottle will allow. I'm gonna pick up one of these cute little trinkets with my take your pick tool. I'm gonna pop it down, pull it off with my finger, and just like that. I mean, it adds so much to this card, these little bee trinkets. Now we're gonna put another one. I'm gonna put one right here maybe. So we're just gonna repeat. Pick them right up out of the tray and then pop them down with your take your pick tool. And for fun, now this is for fun because I really thought maybe I would try this. I think I'm gonna put a little bee on the eye dot in this. So let's try this out. I thought about this when I was working earlier, and I was like, I think that could be really cute. I don't know if you guys would do that at home or not, if you would dot your eye with a bee. Bee. All right, this one I may need to like make not so crooked. So I'm gonna make it more straight. Look at that. Love this life. I love this card. This is a really cute card. So I need to know if you like the original bee card or my live class bee card, which has more green on it. I think I like this one way better. And would you dot your eye with a bumblebee? That is card number 1. All right, while I clean up here for a second and we're gonna get ready for card number 2. You have a minute to comment in the section of the video here what card you like best. And I'm gonna just check to make sure that everything is still working wonderfully. Okay, Jess likes the green floral. Hi, Barbara. Good to see you here. Janice likes the original. Thanks, Janice. Hi, Karen. Good to see you on here. The dimensionals do make a difference. I love adding dimensionals. I mean, simple things make your card like really pop. This might be my favorite card of the class, and it doesn't have a single punched or die cut bee in it. Okay, we're going to set this aside. We're going to move on to card number 2. And Lois likes the, oh, Barbara, you're so cute. New version, both versions, new version. I'm seeing all these great options. All right, so we're going to come into something that's going to be a little more bee color in nature, right? So this one has some blue, but yellow, also blue and yellow. So there's more yellow in this one, at least. We've got a little bit of this gingham. This is the floral gingham vellum. You've got a couple of hearts in here. This is from the Hearts of Elegance. And then you've got some really cute designer series paper, your Daffodil Delight cards. This is very blue and yellow and really fun. This Floral Delight DSP has been a lot of fun. I used a bit of it last week as well. So there's a couple of yellow options here on this card. Let me grab the card so you can check it out with me. This is a really fun one. Let me just come back over here and make sure everything's good. And here is our cute little card. So now we're getting into the bees. We didn't do the bees before. We're doing the bees now. So this one, it says cute as can be. Now we're using so this is the large bee and this is the small bee from the new Meant to Be bundle. And this is what we're making. Now let me push aside all of these little parts and pieces that I have inside my little Daffodil Delight base that I delightfully die cut earlier so that we could just skip to the fun parts. All right, so this is one of those card recipes, this card designs, right, where you get to do something really easy at the beginning and you feel like it's a win. So we're taking our card base and we're putting down a white mat. This is your next size mat down, and here we go. Card base already has something on it, and we're going to go ahead and grab our DSP. Now this is where you can make some decisions too, right? You've got different yellows that would work really cutely with this card. Make sure you can see it. But I really like the blue tone in here. It goes really well with our pool party. So I do want this on here. Another thing that you could do though if you wanted to, is you could switch the yellow from the bottom and put it on the top. And I know that you guys can hear me thinking, but I'm gonna keep it original. I think I'm just gonna keep this one original. So we're gonna go ahead, and I do like, as mentioned, this DSP with a little bit of blue in it. You can, it's a square, so you can turn it around to see which side you want to be facing up. We're going to mat this right around onto our white layer that we put on first. And of course I have to keep this little gingham. This little yellow gingham is so sweet. We're going to bring this down onto our card base, and it's going to overlap. So you could technically overlap the, you could have the gingham underneath the first layer of DSP, or you could have it coming over top. Regardless, you do have a piece of Pool Party that's going to come on right across here, and it's going to kind of hide. I like to hide the seams. You can barely see it. You can barely see it, but we are going to pop that on there. But before we do, we're going to do a little bit of decoration with it as well. So we're going to just hold those thoughts. We have other things we're going to work with. Now these are the pieces that are going to come to you for your kit. So we're going to be doing those frames again. So this time we're doing, and I have to measure because this is tricky. So you're going to do this one here, and then the next size down is going to be the Pool Party. So on our first card, we did a color cardstock behind layer and a white front layer that we stamped on. For this card, we're going in the opposite direction. So we're using a white behind cardstock, and then we're using a colorful front layer. So it's kind of showing you like a little bit of like opposites. I like to try to do different things every time I make them so that they don't all look the same. So once they're die cut, they're going to look like this after you take the little frame out. So we've got our little die cuts here. We're going to put them this way. I'm going to just kind of build this here just so you can see how that's working. Hopefully we're all on camera. Okay, I'm going to set aside my hexagon dies, set aside my extra paper that we already worked with. You're getting the heart dies in your card kits. You're getting some ribbon, which works out really well because this is gold, just like our little bumblebee trinkets. You're getting lemon lolly. So we're making these little bumblebees out of lemon lolly. I'm going to show you that. You've got some vellum gingham for the butterflies. These are bumblebees. The bumblebee wings. So you can, hopefully you can tell here, there's vellum. And I thought that would be really cute with all the blues, etc. The little antennas are going to be made out of this little piece of Lost Lagoon. So you're going to get your 2 antennas on this piece. You're going to get your 2 bumblebee wings. There's 2 sizes of the wings, by the way, large and small. So those will both fit on there. And then on your lemon lolly, you've got your bee pieces right here. So those are the pieces you've got. And I have die cut them and we're ready to go. So here's our 2 bees, the big and the small. Let me move these aside. And then we're going to bring in our little antennas, which are super cute. Now these are non-traditional bumblebee colors, technically, right? Because I'm bringing in the blues here, and I love to play with the blue. All right, and here's our little vellum wings, and these are so cute. These are adorable. Now, Lois had shared with me that somebody used these as bunny ears, and I can see like this is what's left behind after you die cut. So the die cut comes out. This is your wings. See those, and then this looks like, to me, this looks like bunny ears right here. Like how cute is that, right? So you could use those as bunny ears. You got 2 sizes. You got a large and a small, and you could almost, cut these apart and use these as a bunny ear too. So I haven't checked out, Lois shared a link. I haven't checked it out yet, but a really cute idea for something that has nothing to do with bunnies, right? We always get really great shapes and ideas out of our different products beyond what they're intended for. All right, so let's bring in some of these pieces because we're going to do some stamping on them. So on our little hexagon, we're going to use that little line, the little dotted line. I've got to find my ink colors. Bear with me for just a moment. We're going to use Daffodil, Lost Lagoon, and that's it. Daffodil and Lost Lagoon. You guys thought I was going to keep going, right? But no, I'm trying to keep my ink pads, maybe 2 to a card is really nice because then you don't have to worry about getting out, everything. The flowers were a different situation on card number 1 because we really did need a lot more than just, 1 or 2 ink colors. Otherwise, we just wouldn't really have much for flowers at all. All right, so I'm in Lost Lagoon ink on the Pool Party hexagon. I'm stamping this, the squiggly lines. Now in this card, you probably don't really see them because I ended up covering up so much of it, so I realized I needed it more top and bottom. And if nothing else, it's just fun to stamp. So stamp away, right? Even if you're going to cover it up, maybe you just need to stamp something and, you know, feel happy about it. While this is out, let me find my dauber. We're going to just darken down the edges here real quick. So we're just going to add some ink on, and it's going to change the tone of this a little bit, which is nice. Makes it look like it's a brand new color. So a little bit of this. You know what? Oh, I have my dauber, but I also have my blending brush. Maybe I use my blending brush. You can use either or, right? I realize as I'm looking, right here's my blending brush. So here it is daubed, right? So you can see that it's just kind of, there's a lot that didn't even get ink on it. So if I bring in my blending brush, we're going to do a little bit more. We're going to just go more. And this is going to darken it down even like more. But I'm going to leave some of it uninked so you get like a little bit of a white light through there. Okay, so here we go. We're happy with that. I'm going to glue this together just so this piece can be done. And get those on there. And it really makes the layer pop, especially against a white background when you add that little bit of ink all around the edges. And I did the same thing with this piece right here. I'm going to just again bring in my dauber. These are like little extra bits that you can do at home if you so desire. And if this is more than you want to do on a card, you know, just glue them down. It's still going to be really lovely. I just like to play with ink. I like to change up the paper. I just feel like it adds so much to it. So now that I've changed that up, and I show you this, it looks completely different, right? So there we go. All right, we're going to glue that down too. We're going to glue some stuff down because I have a lot of things on my desk and I still have more to do. All right, so just a little bit of adhesive there, right across top or bottom, middle section, however you feel on this designer series paper, wherever you want to make it meet to cover up that seam. So bones of your card kit, you've got really cute something going on here for sure. And then this piece right here, you guessed it, dimensionals. There we go. Let me grab them down, and we're going to pop some more on here in a random pattern, maybe like 5. For a six-sided figure, we're doing 5 dimensionals. Depends really on how big they are. Okay, so once again, I'm keeping my hexagon so that I've got a straight, so it's more wide, I guess, than tall. Does that make sense? Maybe that makes more sense. All right, I'm going to put this right about here, I think. So cute. All right, now we got to stamp some more things. I've left out my Lost Lagoon ink because we've got this just a regular white heart, and we have a sentiment from the stamp set that says cute as can be. Now I do have to angle it a little bit to fit it on here, so just work with its photopolymer so you can kind of tell like where it's going to work. And so it's not going to be straight up and down, so it's going to be a little bit more at an angle. So there's our cute as can be, and we have this cute little Lost Lagoon heart that we're going to tuck in as well. Now let's talk about our little bumblebees. So we oh my goodness, I'm getting ink everywhere. I may need to take a quick dip of the fingers here in my chamois. So we die cut the bodies of the bees in Lemon Lolly. Now we have 2 sizes of bees, so we're going to need 2 sizes of bumblebee bodies. Bumblebee. Okay, so we're gonna do the bigger one first. We're gonna take the bigger one, and we're going to go ahead, and this is again Lost Lagoon ink, not your traditional bee colors, right? So it's gonna look a little bit greenish instead. And I'm gonna do the next one here. This is the little guy. We're gonna just put him in here, and it's definitely a light color. So what I'm gonna do, and I think I did this on my original one, which is why it looks darker, I'm coming back in and I'm gonna do it twice because again it's photopolymer. It's a little bit forgiving too if you don't stamp it perfectly, but we're going to line that up twice and make that a little bit darker. So that helps darken that down just a bit. Now we're going to find some cute little bee faces. Let me see if I can find my faces. I use the smiley face for this one. So we're going to bring this up here and we're going to make him have a little smile right there. And this guy here, he's going to go this way. So you can flip your bee around and have his tail going in, you know, opposite directions if you want. He can go either way, which is fantastic. And I'm going to cover this up because we're good with this. But what I'm going to actually recommend is, because sometimes your ink doesn't stamp as deeply as you want, the Stampin' Right markers are a really great way to add that little bit of ink. So this nub end right here. So I'm just going to come in and I'm going to just color over his eyes, her eyes, I'm not sure, right? And the smile, and just darken them down with the marker. This is the same ink that's in our ink pads, so it works perfectly well. We are going to next, you can see that there's still a big difference between this bee, which is stuck to my fingers, and the one on my card. Well, we're going to bring in Daffodil Delight ink, and we're going to make our yellow bee more than one color. So more than one color yellow. We're bringing in Daffodil Delight in the dauber. I'm just going to add a little bit of ink here just along the edges, just quickly, nothing crazy. And it's going to give this guy or gal a little bit more fun, right? So we're just bringing some more life to the bees. I think the bees need a happy life, right? They want to be very yellow, unless they want to be a different color. Wait till the last card. They are going to be a completely different color. All right, so we have everything ready. Now we're going to just assemble this one. So let's talk about those cute little vellum wings and the antennas and how we're going to get them onto our little bee friends. And the antennas are the same size. So one size fits all on the antennas. The wings are two sizes. You have the larger and you have the smaller. So I'm just putting a dot of glue right here along the three little ends of this, the wing here, and I'm just going to pop this on here. You can angle it however you want. And the same thing goes with the antenna. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue right here on the base of the antenna. I'm going to pick up my bumblebee, so my wings are on there, and I'm going to bring this guy over, and he's going to have antennas like right up here. There we go. So by the power of the glue, right, he's all glued. There he is. He's beautiful. And we're going to do the same thing with our little baby bee. Now, I like the baby bee. This one is my favorite, I think, of all three bees. I'm going to try to get that to stay on my surface while I add glue to everything. The baby bee is so cute. My favorite bee. Okay, so we're going to pop this guy on here. Let me see which way his antennas are going to go. He's going to have antennas that are going to be like, okay, can I squish this over a little bit? His antennas are right there. Okay, as long as everything's on, you're good to go. So we are going to bring in our hearts and our bumblebees. We're going to glue this one right down. So just add a little bit of glue, bring this in. Now, even though I missed that. I actually lost Lagoon. We're going to add whatever ink is on my sponge dauber is now going to be on this heart, because I'm ready to glue this baby down. I don't have time to like go crazy with my ink pad. So whatever's left over, there's always a little bit of leftover ink on there. Okay, add a little blue. I'm going to keep this in an upright position, even though my sentiment is stamped crookedly. Now, this is a case where, again, on my original card, I took my marker and I went over all of those letters with my marker. So you can see the difference here in the ink. Probably I need to re-ink my ink pad, but you can definitely do this. I'm not going to do the whole thing because you guys would be like, okay. And plus, I probably might screw up because I'm trying to do this live. But if you just follow along, you can darken down your letters and round them a little bit if you need to. And just like that. Now, oh, I forgot to put this little guy on. This little heart is going to be tucked in right here, kind of off to the side, because we're putting our bees on the other side. So let's bring in some more dimensionals. I'm going to pop these onto each side of these. I'm going to do 2 for the big bee and 1 for the little bee. And we're going to grab these on here. So however you like them to be on your card is going to be adorable. And we're going to get this guy going this way. Cute as can be. And I've got, look, I managed to get a little bit of my bee stitching down in there. That's so sweet. All right, so with your ribbon, you're going to make a very lovely bow. I know you are, and I've already done that. Even though I was late tonight getting this class started. And that's because I was trying to get done as much die cutting and ribbon assembly and all of those things done that I wanted to do. I don't know which side looks better. I think this one does. We'll go this way. So a little bit of tear and tape on the back of the ribbon. You can squish it around a little bit if you need to and get that on there. And then this is just going to kind of come down here. The last thing we're missing on this card, of course, is our cute little trinkets. They really do add a lot. So we're going to bring them in. I'm putting 2 of them on this blue heart right here. So I'm just going to add 2 little bits of glue. And I'm going to bring in my take your pick tool again and get that on there. And then try to find one that's like right side up in my dish. That way I don't have to turn it around. And get this guy on here. There's 2. And then it looks like I put one down here, right in this area. So you can use as many of these bees as you want. Like if you want to go crazy, go crazy. If you want to use 1 or 2, that's awesome. But it adds that little bit of gold on there. It just is really cute. So I'll go through later on and I will correct my cute little sentiment, but there's cute bee card number 2. So I hope you guys are enjoying the class. We got 2 cards in, we've got 2 cards to go. We've gone non-bee, and then we've gone definitely a yellow bee. I'm going to just check your comments for a quick second and make sure you're doing good. Okay, you guys are loving the bees. That's awesome. Amy says the gorgeous yellow flowered paper. It is not part of the bee pack, Amy. It's actually part of Delightful Wishes. So if you find that sweet in your mini catalog, it's in there with Delightful Wishes. That's the Floral Delight paper. I just like to mix and match. So I've actually taken something that doesn't even go with the bumblebees and I've used it because I am just, you know, and this is showing you, I'm hoping to show you at home that no matter what you have, you can mix in your product. If you buy the bees and you don't have the bee paper, you don't have to, you can just use whatever you've got. So if you've got that paper already, then you're good to go. All right, so we're going to jump into card number 3 here. We're going to keep rolling. This one's got quite a few parts and pieces too. And this is kind of a non-traditional. We've got some wild wheat in here. We've got some more blue, pretty peacock. There's some little bit of pool party. So this is what your card kit will look like. Love this designer series paper. This one is from Everyday Happiness. This is in the scrapbooking brochure as well. Check out the back side. This is one of those patterns that, oh my goodness, everything just fell out. This is one of those patterns you could use either side, and I might switch it up. Okay, so here's a whole bunch of things that just fell out that I need for the class. I need for this card. I try to hide them on the inside and then say, surprise, look, it worked out beautifully. All right, we're going to jump into this card. Let me show you what it looks like, though, so you're not sitting here wondering, what are we doing? All right, let me come back over to my camera, and here we go. I also really, really like this one. We are meant to be. I love the colors. I love that it's different. It's not pink and purple. It's just, it's more natural. These are more natural bees. We've got a little bit of wild wheat trim. We've got the cute little trinkets in here, and this is the card that we're making next. So you're going to have a smoky slate card base. You're going to have some white and some wild wheat. We're going to put this together right now so you can see kind of what we're doing here with this one. So adhesive onto the wild wheat. This is going to center onto this piece of white cardstock. So we're just making kind of a little layer mix here. I do love to add a bunch of layers. And then we're going to go ahead and bring this right onto our card base. This is going to fit full across. So it's going to look kind of like a masculine card base, really. This more natural card here that we're working on. So here's the beginnings of your card. Next, we're going to put on, this is Cane Weave 3D embossing folder. You can decide embossed or debossed, whichever side you want up. So this is what's going to go on next. And I'm not putting the dimensionals on this one. So this one's getting glued on. So it's just nice and flat, although it has a lot of thickness to it, because it is embossed. And who doesn't love Pretty Peacock? Because I love Pretty Peacock. Now I grabbed a bunch of these colors for this card right out of the designer series paper. So it gave me the grays, the peacock, the wild wheat, and you can decide at this point, would you like to see this side or would you like to see this side? Now in my original, I use that cute stripy paper because I love it so much, but I'm going to turn it over for this one just to see what we think of the floral side. So this is also going to come down here flat onto the Pretty Peacock embossed piece. Now you're going to need to kind of work your glue and your adhesive in here a little bit because it is going onto the embossed piece, so it is a little bit thicker in nature, right? So here's some bones to your card kit right here. Oh, and you have this cute piece right here. Let's put this down. This is a piece of Pool Party. It is punched with the Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch. So I have punched this. I will be sending you this piece just like this. And that just gives you a little break there in the middle. Changes up some color a little bit. So there we go. That's the bones of your card right there. And how cute. I love the flower paper already. All right, we are going to, so you're going to have a couple pieces here. And you might be like, wait, what am I doing with all this white cardstock? Let me share with you that one of these will be your bees and one of these will be your hexagons. So we are using hexagons in every card. So I got to find the right hexagon combination here. I use this one right here. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to put your hexagon onto your white cardstock, and we're going to keep the frame this time. So when you die cut this, we're going to save the frame. This is the frame. It goes right back into here. So we've got that piece all set and ready to go. And then this piece is where you're going to do your bumblebees. You're going to do your wings, so you're going to get two. So I did 2 baby bees, so you actually have to do some repeating. So you're going to do the little bee and the little wings, and then you're going to repeat it and do little bee and little wings. So you have enough cardstock here to do that, and I've already die cut those. On this piece of wild wheat, you're going to fit 2 of these cute little antennas just like that, so you can die cut those. Now this is like a little bit fun. This is the again, some Pretty Peacock. All of these cute little flowers are going to fit in here. There's 6 little flower dies in this set, and they will fit on here just like this. So you can die cut all 6 at once, which is really, really fun. Let me see if I can get these to come back over here onto my magnet sheet. I would like them to not be lost forever in my craft room. Okay, and we'll put these back too because we're good with those. So, and then this piece right here, this little piece of wild wheat. You might be like, what are we doing with that? So this, and these are all the little die cut parts and pieces that I have already done out. If you have a generic hole punch, this is just a regular hole punch, right? So you might have an office hole punch at home. Mine is like so old, it's probably falling apart. You're basically just punching out some little yellow holes, just old school, right? Hole punch. And I'm using them on the back side of these flowers. When the flowers get die cut, there's a center in them that is open, and I wanted to put something behind them. So I picked up again some more colors from my card, and I added in these tiny little hole punches that you will have at home, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and put our hexagon together while you're thinking about where your hole punch might be, because I know some of you may be like, I'm pretty sure I have one, but I haven't used it since 1982. And I would totally understand that concept because, you know, that's kind of how I go too. But I did find I do keep a hole punch in my craft room just for that reason, just for those tiny little circles that you never know, right? I am putting my frame together with the background of my hexagon, much like we've done several other die cuts together, where you have the frame, and then I'm going to add like maybe one in the middle so that it holds it together. And it helps also as we put it onto our card base. And you know what I just realized? I should have stamped this before I put that on there. We're going to see how nicely this doesn't stamp. So I would say if you're watching and doing this at home with me later on down the road, maybe you got the card kits, I'm going to say please don't add dimensionals until you stamp the hexagon. I don't know, let's see how this works. I do have a marker, we may fill it in. So this is Pebbled Path ink. Pebbled Path, I'm pretty sure it's Pebbled Path. It is Pebbled Path ink. We're going to put this where meant to be right across our hexagon, and we'll see how it goes. Hey, not too bad. All right, we're going to go with that. So we are meant to be fits really nicely in there. So we've got that done. We did that successfully. Whew. Crisis averted. All right, let's do our little bees because they are super cute. We're going to bring them in. I'm going to bring in some scrap paper again. Boy, I got a lot of little pieces on my work surface here. I know I'm going to lose some of them. All right, so little bees. I'm going to have one going facing left and one facing right, because that's just more fun that way. All right, so you may wonder what color we made our little bees. These are actually wild wheat, but it's stamped off wild wheat. So we're going to bring in the littlest bee body. Okay, here it is. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't dirty. So we're going to stamp off so you can see how dark it is, and then we're going to stamp our little circle right over top of our bee, and we get that nice soft honey color, right? So this is a darker color. I thought maybe we could stamp that off and get something a little bit nicer. All right, so there's our wild wheat, and while wild wheat is out, we're going to bring in our die cut wings. So we die cut them in white cardstock. I'm just making sure the pretty side is up. And it is. Okay, so we need these small wings. So I'm doing these in wild wheat as well. So let's just give them a stamp and see how they turn out. So they're a little, so this is full ink. So they're darker than the body. So they turn out really nicely, really. Like it shows up way better than stamping off. So there's our wings. So we're good with that one. Do I need these again? I think I do. I gotta clean this up real quick. Just a quick swipe with the chamois. Okay, I think we're done with wild wheat. I'm going to close that one up, and then we're going to do the bee bodies, and we're doing the bee bodies in the pebbled path. So again, not black, but something kind of like gray, like right, kind of. So it gives kind of a wash look because it's not a black, and we also kind of stamped off on our wild wheat. So we have those lighter colors going on. We're going to do. Let me do a quick clean on that one. We're going to do some faces, and I think I used two different faces for this one. So it's nice to have options, right? So one of these guys is going to be super cute with a smiley face, and the other guy is going to be super cute with like a squinty smiley face. It's just fun to have different bees going on. Okay, so let me just clean those off real quick. We have everything ready. We are going to assemble. So this one's going to be much like some of the other ones we've already done. We're going to take our antennas and our wings, and we're just going to add a little bit of dots of glue. 1, 2, 3, and then one for the antenna. Maybe I'm just going to dot everything here just to get that part over with. And then 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, this time we're going to do the antenna first. I kind of ran out of room once, so I'm going to just try that better, and then maybe the bee will be happier with his antennas in the front. So we're going to do antennas first. I'm going to turn this way a little bit. There you go, bee. I feel like I'm fitting them for like crowns and wings, and getting them ready for school or something. I'm dressing up my little bees, but they are really cute. So these are I like this color combination. Let me know if you like this too. If you sometimes maybe you're like, no, I like the really bright, crazy, the yellow bees and the bright bees, and but I like the muted bees. All right, here's where we're going to get really fancy. We're going to just add a tiny little bit of glue, and then we're going to pop this on. I should have my silicone mat out, but I don't. I'm living really dangerously right now. So just a little bit of glue. Just obviously not in the hole, because that would just leak right through, and then these cute little centers wouldn't be centers. Now this is definitely kind of an above and beyond thing, but some of you I know are willing to do some really wild things in the name of paper crafting. I know, I see you out there. All right, oops, don't pick up the center, just pick up the flowers. Now I'm working my way down. So I started with the larger ones. That's what I recommend at home too. Start with the bigger ones. You'll feel confident, right? Because you have a little bit more cardstock to work with, and then work your way to the smaller ones. It just kind of works out that way. Make sure you're gluing the back side of the die cut. It's kind of the not as pretty side. Center those on there. Sometimes my glue gushes out a little bit into the middle, but it'll all be okay. I should have probably put more over there, and I got way too much on that one. I'm gonna swipe it off. Now one of these, I think it's this one right here, the smallest one. Nope, it all fit. I must have done a really good job this time. I think on my original card, one of my yellow dots kind of stuck out a little bit, and I just made sure I tucked that flower underneath something else so that it wasn't quite as obvious. But just that little bit in the center is really cute. I really like that. Just the smallest things that we do sometimes. Okay, let's get going on putting the parts and pieces onto our card. Card number 3 already. Thanks for hanging out. If you're just tuning in, we are using Stampin' Up's Meant to Be bundle. We've been playing bumblebees, but not all of our cards have had a bee on them. All right, so let's put this kind of right in the middle. We're covering up that cute little punch piece as well. And then our little bumblebees, we're going to put one down and one up, just like this. Now I'm going to bring in again some more dimensionals. I'm going to put one off to the side, and I'm going to put one down here. So it's just going to be, I hope you're buzzing with all my bees. We're going to put one down here, and we're just going to attach it just like so. And then this dimensional that's right here, it might be really hard to see. We got one dimensional, so it's just an easy way to put them on without having to like glue a million more things, right? So there we go, super cute. Now, if you're not sure that you like all these cute little flowers, that's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to add them on. I'm just going to put a little cluster of glue here at the top and one at the bottom. And I'm going to kind of round the frame here with 2 of the smaller ones and then a larger one. So I'm just going to put them on here. Oops, that one slid right off. Sometimes the glue is so sticky that it causes the trouble. So we're going to pop those on here, and that'll take a minute to like really set up. But we're kind of putting like a little spray of flowers here, top and bottom. And we got our 2 little ones here. Of course, they're sticking a little bit to my work surface too, so that's a super treat. I highly recommend, you know, sticky glue. It's like you want to make sure it gets done. You got to stick it with glue. All right, so here we go. We've got our flowers on here, top and bottom. So I'm just going to lift this up here so you can kind of see top and bottom. How cute is that? And then you got some twine. This is the in color. I think this is called, no, it's not Essentials twine. I have it right here. It is the 20, I've been using it, 23, 25 in color jute trim. And this is, of course, the wild wheat because we're using wild wheat. Now, if you have some of this jute trim at home, they do have this in the pebbled path, which is what we did with our bees. So you could add in some pebbled path twine as well, which would be really, really fun. Now, on the first card, we use a peacock and gold ribbon. Was it the first card? Nope, card number 2. Let's reverse that. So card number 2, so I mean, if you got these kits and you wanted to play like, try out different ribbons on different things, you certainly could. I'm just using a little bit of tear and tape. We're going to just bring this up right over here. And we're going to cover that up. And this is very curly ribbon, which I think is adorable. And the last thing we have to do is add our bees. We're adding more bees. Like the regular bees are not enough. We're going to add more in. I'm going to put like a couple of dots up here. We'll add in one here. Oh, yep, it's stuck to my finger. This is the point in the evening that my finger is probably a little sticky. I'm going to add one right here. I know that this one's got extra glue on it. There we go. And then we're going to bring one down here. Now, as you're looking at these 2 cards side by side, hopefully you can see them. I would love to know which one you like better, the stripes or the flowers, because again, I switched up the paper and I think I like the flowers better. I think the flowers are lighter. It's a lighter designer paper, so I think it helps things to really just be brighter. That's my thoughts. I would love to know your thoughts. This is card number 2 in my Meant to Be card class. Hi, Lori. Good to see you. So tell me which one of these you like the best. And while you do that, I might rearrange my camera slightly. You're going to see it bump a little bit here because I feel like it's crooked. Look at that. Late to class on a crooked camera and everything. All right, so there is our cute little Meant to Be cards. I like the flowers. I'm going to go with flowers on this one. But I do love these cute, they're very natural colors, I think. So card number 3 is in the books. We've got 3 cards in. We've got 1 to go. And this one is everyone's favorite. I just want to point out right now, this will be your favorite if you love purple, because this one has some really sweet purple in it. So I'm going to grab out the card kit and just pop back over here for 2 more seconds. Make sure you're hanging out with me still. And the flowers, Janice says it well, the flowers show off the bees more. I think so too. Really like that part. All right, so the last card kit in this class, Patootie Pop, And this is the one that we're taking advantage of, the Cute as a Bee Designer Series paper. Look, I'm going to give you a random scrap. You're going to be like, what am I doing with that? You're going to get some random scraps. I just want you to be aware. You're getting really cute paper. Now you could use this. This paper is so cute. I love this paper. So I'm just going to grab some stuff out here just so you can see. You've got some bees. You've got some really pretty colors. You've got Petunia Pop in white. You have what appears to be a little basket, a little crate. You have a die cut word that says hello. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to be super nice to you, and I'm putting adhesive sheet on the back of your hello die cut so you're ready to just go with that. And then you've got a little bit of Fresh Freesia and some Blackberry Bliss. So this is the purpley purple card. And our ink colors for this class, this part of the class, this card has got Blackberry Bliss and Petunia Pop. So these are the two ink colors that we're using. Let me show you the card. I can't wait to show you. Like, you're gonna ooh and ah over the purplest bee. This is so different, right? This is definitely a play on something fun and fanciful because we have purple in it. And we've got our little crate here. We've got some fussy cut honey pots. You've got your die cut hello. And this one is super cute. And a way to show off the bees that maybe aren't quite normally like just those normal bee time colors, right? They're not always the yellows. I just wanted to do something a little different. Now you could do yellow if you're like very much like, no, I cannot do a purple bee. Why would I want a purple bee? You could just do another yellow bee. This card has just enough yellow tucked into it by these cute little honey pots that you're going to fussy cut to be able to do a yellow bee if you so desired. So I'm gonna be sending you some scraps, and the intention here is, this is again from that same designer series paper. It's just to fussy cut out a couple of honey pots. Now if you don't want to do these little straw type things, you can just cut that off. You don't have to do that, but grab the pot shape itself, because this is really what you're going to want. You're going to want maybe 3 of them. I think 3 would be good. So I've got 3 of them right here, fussy cut out. You may end up with extra. The opposite side has that cute little stamp that we love with the little buzzing lines. But yeah, so you're going to do a little fussy cutting on this one. Let's see what else you get to do with this card kit, because this is fun. Now I did use the die cut from Hello, and the crate is from the Rustic Crate die set. And it's just basically because I love to send you in different directions with the bees, right? Let's mix and match it. Speaking of mix and match, I don't know, would this work? With this, I don't know if it'll work. Let's try it though, just in case it works. If it doesn't work, then you'll know at home, I'm definitely not going to flip that paper. I'm going to keep all the purple paper facing up. I'm really not sure if this is going to work. Let's see. Here's my hexagons inside here. Oh, and my bee parts. I knew I had more going on. Okay, so we're going to try this. We're going to just try a couple of things. We are going to definitely keep the cute little purple flowers up on this one right here. And we're going to pop this one onto here. Easy peasy. And there we go. Now we're going to glue these down. So these are just layers on your card front, part of your card kit in the mail. And definitely something that you can work with at home. And then if you didn't want to do bees, again, if you didn't have a bee on here, you could put a flower on there. You don't have to do the honey pots, of course. And it would be a really cute purple card, right? Petunia Pop, it's a great color. So we're just putting these layers down on the front. So on this one, I chose the bumblebees. I'm hoping it's a good choice. I'm really not even sure yet. I don't do these ahead. Clearly, I don't think I had a lot. I just go. Now we're going to go ahead and die cut from our hexagons. We've got the Petunia Pop, and then we've got the next one up would be the white. So I did die cut them. I do have them right here, and I'm wondering where my frame went. If not, I might have a spare somewhere, because I didn't use all of my frames from all of my cards. Did it get stuck in the envelope? I know, we've all done this, right? We had it just a minute. I swear we had it just a minute ago. Let me see. Is it still in the envelope? I don't know what I did with it. Well, my goodness, I can't show you that part if we don't have that part. So let's do this. This is the one we want, right? We're going to die cut one live and in person. I have everything else I need. If I can slide these things off, we're gonna just bring in the die cutting machine for a hot second, because why not, right? And we'll bring this guy in, and we'll bring in our plates, which I already have set up for my die cutting. So we're just gonna pop this on here and a clear plate on top, and then you're gonna see the magic of the frame coming out with the background piece of the hexagon. So just like that. And there it is, look at that. Oh, I love it. There's that piece. I'm trying to get this off my plate. There we go. There's the pieces that we need. So let's work with that then. That will work. Now we have all the pieces we need. All right, so we've already die cut that one, and it's right here. That's now a spare. All right, so on this piece of Petunia Pop, you would be doing 2 of the wings, and you're gonna have to die cut, because this is the little guy again. My favorite bee, in case anyone remembers that from earlier, my favorite is the little guy. We've put him in the upright position, so he needs wings on both sides. So you're gonna use this piece of Petunia, and you're gonna die cut wings, and then you're gonna die cut another wing over on that side. So you'll have 2 of those. On this fresh freesia, you're going to die cut the little bee body. We've got that guy right there. You're getting the crate die cut for you. We fussy cut those. And with the Blackberry Bliss, you're going to die cut. We only need 1 antenna, so we're good there. And you're also getting this little hello that's coming to you, as mentioned, with adhesive sheet. I know you're excited about that part, because I would be too. Like, adhesive on a teeny tiny die cut is the greatest invention ever. All right, while we are working on this, I'm going to see, I think I need more dimensionals. Okay, let's do another pack here. We're gonna pop the frame together just like we did in an earlier card. So we're just gonna catch some of the seams here from the back side. So make sure you have the back side going in that direction. And oh my goodness, my new pack of dimensionals is just like very happy to share all those parts and pieces. All right, so just like that. And we're gonna go ahead and bring in my scrap paper, and we're gonna darken down this cute little Petunia Pop hexagon. And I'm looking to see, oh, this is fresh freesia. Did I grab out the wrong blend? I think I did. Oh, I did. I grabbed out the wrong blend. Let's change that up a little bit. Let me see if I can find the right one. Hold, please. Let me grab out my stash of blends. All right, there's Petunia Pop. Okay, and this is why we label things. All right, Petunia Pop. We're going to just come in here real quick and darken this down. So this is going to really pop. This Petunia Pop will now pop on the white hexagon that it's going to be behind. So there we go. Just do that, just like so. Darken it down a little bit. I probably, that's good right there. Okay, now we got it. All right, let's bring this in, and we're going to put this together. Now for this card, I've chosen to keep my hexagons in the opposite direction. So I'm keeping the pointy ends up, if that makes sense. So I'm keeping it taller instead of longer. So in most of the cards I was going with it this way, like this, right? With the pointy ends left and right. On this card, I'm keeping them on the side, on top and bottom, and the sides are straight. So that's where we're going with that. So this actually can come right down onto here. We probably need more dimensionals because the center is going to just sag. No one wants a saggy center, right? Good grief. Put some lift up there. All right, so we got that going on. Grab off the backings, and we're going to put this on here right about here. Oh, it's so cute already. All right, let's do our little bumblebee. So we're going to bring in our happy bee and our wings. So we've die cut the wings in Petunia. We've die cut the body in fresh freesia. We're going to, I'm looking to see what we need to do. We don't need this one out anymore. Yeah, we do. I was just kidding. Just testing you guys. I'm seeing if you're still awake. I'm thinking probably you're falling asleep already. You're like, wow, this is a really long class. We're going to bring in the small bee body. So we're not even going to do anything else with this little bee. We're keeping him fresh freesia, and we're going to bring in Blackberry Bliss and make his little stripies in his tail Blackberry Bliss. We're also going to keep him upright this way because we're doing his face like he's facing front. So his face is going to go on just like that. Okay, so where we needed the fresh freesia is actually, okay, Petunia Pop. I guess I'm mixing up my business here. This is Petunia Pop. Where we need Petunia Pop is right here, just a little bit along the edges of my bee. We're going to just add a little bit of the little bee guy here. All right, now let's bring those wings in and let's do the same thing. We're going to just do a little bit of Petunia Pop here along the edges of the wings. And one more. Just like that. And now I have a little trick for you on some of this assembly. Let me just close this up because we really don't need any more ink. And you know, get that everywhere. So when you do this sideways wings, he's actually going to come together kind of like this. So I actually met the wings together. Looks almost kind of like butterfly wings right now, right? And we're just going to glue. Of course, the one of them is going to kind of fall apart to the side. They don't stay close together because we're adding glue on. So I've glued just the centers there. I'm going to bring my little bee up and I'm going to put the bee right over top. So he's got the wings coming out on either side just like that. And then we're going to bring in this little antenna here and we're going to just a little dot of glue at the top of that. And we're going to pop this guy on just like so. So he's got his little wings and his little antenna. So here's the bee. So cute, right? Now we're going to do some final assembly here onto our card. And I'm going to see if this works because I'm not really sure if this one is going to be as cute as the original because there's a lot of bees going on here. So this little crate that you're getting, it's got some die cut, it's got some kind of embossed texture. It's kind of like, looks like a little bit like wood. You're going to do a dry fit first and you're going to grab one of your honey pots and you're going to bring it in here so that it covers up this little hole that's opened right here. You're just going to kind of dry fit that to see where would that look cute if I had my little crate right there. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to move your crate aside. You're going to put this right down here with a little bit of adhesive. And we're going to bring in another honey pot. We're going to bring in this one right here. This one's going to come in here kind of off to the side a little bit. Maybe behind this one and up. So it looks like we have a crate of honey, right? Isn't that cute? Oh, I think that's cute. All right, we're going to add a little bit of adhesive here. We're going to crate up 2 jars of honey. Now you're going to have probably enough honey to do, enough DSP I should say, you know, scraps to do more if you want to. I wanted to make sure I had a little honey jar for the front. So I'm going to keep one in the front here and just kind of put that right here. So there we go. There's our honey jar in the front. Our hello, as mentioned earlier, has really great adhesive on it. It's just a matter of finding a place to peel it. And then you can peel the adhesive off. And you've got the word hello, and that's going to come right down on top of here. I think I have some goopy glue stuff going on there, but we're good. Okay, and now our little bee is going to come in, and our bee is going to be on dimensionals as well. So I'm going to just do a couple here. That's going to reinforce the wings on the back and all that good stuff. So the little bee should be very happy on this cute little card. So we're going to put that right here, and then we're going to add in our little bumblebees. This is funny. This is cute. I don't know, maybe I like it. I'm looking to see if it's too busy because there is a lot going on with the bee paper. I'm going to add some embellishments. I'm just adding in a little bit of glue. We're going to grab some of these bees right here off of the container. Who else is right side up? Whoever's right side up is going on my card right now. Let me see if I can get this one on here. To get my fingers in there. There we go. That one's a little bit messy. I definitely have a little bit more glue. I'm scrap paper here. I want to just dab up some of this glue. There's a lot of glue right there. All right, it squished out way more glue than I needed. So just a little cleanup there. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, so cute. We got them on there. This card is done, and I've got to know. This one drives me the most curiously. What do you think? of the cards here. I really switched up a lot of them. Do you like the more purple, or do you like the more bees? It is really cute. I kind of like the bee one. I didn't know if I would, but there it is. We've mixed in the rustic crate dies for this one because it's just fun to use, kind of mix and match some of the things you have at home. You should be mixing and matching them. Don't set them aside. Maybe you've purchased the rustic crate and you haven't used it in a really long time. Now's a good time to get it back out and fill your crate with little pots of honey. How cute is that? And then these are the cards from our class. We've got all of these beautiful cards. I would love to know which one is your favorite. To be honest, I really love this one. I don't know why that the cute little flowers are speaking to me today, but of course we need the flowers for the honeybees, right? So there we go. And they're just, I don't know, so cute. So cute. Okay, I gotta stop playing with them and come over here and say hi again. All right, I'm gonna just catch your comments here real quickly. Jess likes card number 2 with the blue and the yellow. That's awesome. Sandra likes the gingham. The gingham. You guys are liking the gingham. Okay, the gingham. Barbara likes the bee paper. I love it. And somebody said I have to see it in person. I don't know if I can scroll up enough to see. Judy Cook says I have to see them in person. Aw. Yes, that is so funny. Absolutely. I just wanted to try some different things. I know there's a lot of samples on Facebook, on Pinterest with the Meant to Be bundle. You can even go back and check out the Be My Valentine bundle. It's going to show you a lot of options in colors and ways that you can use your bees. There are so many. I really wanted to kind of just do a showcasing of some different things that might appeal to you. Janice says the first card wins. Oh, I love the green one. Thanks, Janice. And Sandra says she loves the flowers too. You guys are awesome. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. It is later than, of course, normal because I got a late start. I appreciate you watching this class. If you're watching replay at some time in the future, please continue to say hi, comment along with me. I always see those notifications, so I get to go back and read them, and it's a lot of fun for me to see what you're thinking as I am sharing some of my crazy creativity. I'm just going to go there, crazy creativity. This card class is available if you're interested. Just put your order in. Make sure you check out Celebrations, the new products that are going to go live tomorrow, Tuesday, February 4th. Happy February birthdays to all my stamping friends who have a February birthday. Make sure you take advantage of the birthday offer that I extend out. You get to order one order during your birthday month at 20% savings. You have to contact me and we work out the arrangements, but I am more than happy to help you celebrate your birthday. And during celebration, I feel like you get extra good stuff because January and February, you get those great celebration items. Sandra's reminding me to remind you, please give my video a thumbs up, give me a like. Sandra and I talk about this quite a bit. She says, I need to do more marketing for myself. So thank you, Sandra, for reminding me. You're awesome. So please, if you're watching this, if you enjoyed it, if you learned something, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate your love and support more than you know. All right, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will get back to them. And until next time, stay inspired, create something beautiful, and share the love. Bye, everybody.